out to Hoop Shark, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Shark. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Shark. Shout out to Hoop Shark.
What's up, everybody? Straight No Chaser Podcast back at it, man. Brought to you by No Goddamn Body. If you want to sponsor this show, hit your boy up at cranks11@wildmail.com. We need sponsors, baby. We're going to keep this train rolling. We're going to talk about the boys and everything boys with yours truly, Richard Walker and Dan Brown. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Chilling on the bye week.
There we go.
See how the rest of this league shakes out, man. But hope been chilling, getting ready for this bye week, hoping QB1, Cavs gets better and everybody gets healed up so you can make this 11-game stretch and do the damn thing, man, and get back to those damn playoffs. That's what's up.
That's what we got to do, man. Y'all hit that like button on the stream as well, man.
And subscribe.
Yes. Shout out to Minnie.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, please.
Absolutely. So, since we, we talked about where we at right now at 5-1, and we sitting pretty right now. We on a bye week, as you said, getting QB1 ready. So you mean to tell me it's not panic time? Oh, what about his ankle? What's going on with that? So it's not time to panic yet, y'all?
Man, no. Nah, man, they got the best of the best out there at the start, man. They probably got the 24-hour, treatment and everything else going on. A calf strain it doesn't sound, all the reports they're saying that from the MRI that it was a strain, of course, because he was in a boot as a precautionary measure after the game, but it sounds as though from the MRI that it was not that bad. He should be good to go. They're gonna do another one tomorrow, and it's just good, I guess, to get a better evaluation from last week. But he's expected to play. So hope so, man, because man, the way he's going and the way this team is going, it's need QB1 out there.
What people don't realize with football players is there's no such thing as an injury-free season. You're going to have some type of bump, some type of ding, some type of pull. I mean, just athletes, period. Chris, Cliff, just for being a ball player. With basketball, you never have a full season where you don't have some type of injury, some type of nagging pain or something, some type of pull, some type of shin split, something's going to be bothering you throughout the years. And this is one of those things. But of course, with QB1, or I should say QB4 being who he is, being the leader of America's team, being the leader of the greatest, football franchise, they're going to sensationalize it. You got guys like Adam Schefter, who I've ripped to shreds like a trillion times because he can't actually write about football. So you come up with the other BS stories like Dak's calf, which he probably had two other injuries already throughout the season through 6 games, man. It happens. He's a football player. It's a contact sport. This is not tetherball. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna run. You're gonna tweak stuff. You're gonna have it. I mean, so this is part of the expectation is you find a way to play through it. You're not where you need to have surgery or you need to have extended therapy and all that. Then you're gonna play. So. Again, it was just one of those moments where he saw an opportunity to get some quick likes, quick eyes on and write a story to fill the gap. Because I can tell you from experience, these editors and these sports directors and all that, they put pressure on guys like Schefter to constantly keep the pipeline full. That's how they keep you engaged and entertained because they don't have the ability to sit there and actually report on actual sports all day long. And I mean, think about Disney itself. Disney is a film company. Disney is mystery, magic. They movie makers. Like they believe in fantasy. They changed the dynamic of sports reporting because all they do is report on the sideshow crap and then throw some stats at you. So ever since they got into the sports media industry, they changed the way that sports reporters conduct themselves. And, case in point, Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, always coming over to BS. I tore him up the moment he sent that tweet out about Dak having that labrum pool, and he's not going to be 100%. Right. I tore him up on Twitter. Y'all go read my tweet. I tore him up, and I'm still waiting for anybody to respond to me. Somebody please show me where this man ain't 100%. Because if he ain't at 100%, I sure would hate to see him when he at 100. Because he tearing the league up right now.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Man, you brought up a great point. I keep forgetting the whole Disney dynamic. That's some good insight, man. Because it's the sensationalism, and they selling like you said, the story and the sizzle.
Disney sports.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is they got a little cut with theirs, and they got to chase it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
And that's not what you get here, goddamn.
Yeah, you ain't get no chaser here.
Man, yeah, I love it. Man, since we're sitting here at the Cowboys break, I wanted to top it over with y'all, man, and just kind of I ran across a couple of things. I think I sent them to you in the back channel on just Richard just touched on it. How Dak is come out in these first 6 games and is like this torching the league right now. So a couple of statistical measures
spit that shit out.
Yeah, I'm reading that out. So that of course, Dak is sitting at like 1,800 yards, 16 TDs, 4 picks through 6 games. I can't remember what his rating was, but man, one and I got some more for you, man. But I like to come with at least one every show that just kind of stands out and blows me away. And the one I got this week for y'all and everybody that's listening and on with is check this out, man. So Cowboys, and this was on with Skip and Shannon, and they were going on about the Cowboys and 12 personnel this year, and just how they're talking about how dominant the Cowboys have been on their offense. So through the break, and for those of you who don't know, 12 personnel is 1 running back, 2 tight ends. Right? Mm-hmm. So, and I can't stand Skip Bayless. I've hated him, for 40 years plus when he was a columnist here at the Dallas Times Herald back in the old days in Dallas. I get his stick, I get his popularity, I get all that. But every now and then, Skip will mix in some good sports discussion. Every now and then these days. Well, this one was really good because there was no crazy hyperbolic shtick, none of that. This was just straight football talk, which I was, I almost taped it. It was like, man, this is really good. So anyway, the point Skip got into was how Dallas fell into running this package, and in doing so, how they just straight dominated. I'm gonna illustrate the stat in just a second because they started out in the Tampa Bay game with the 3 wides with Gallup, Amari, and CeeDee Lamb, right? And were highly effective in that game. They balled out. Left some meat on the bone, as we all 3 of us know, but they were really effective. And then Gallup strains his calf, and he hadn't been back since. So then they were forced to adjust, and the Beeve has been running 12 personnel. So Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame tight end, was talking about his days in Denver and how they went heavy in those days with 12 personnel, right? Mm-hmm. And he talked about Carswell with the blocking back, and he was talking about how that package made them so effective in their Super Bowl runs, and then when they were on top of the league, and how it makes the defense declare what you're going to do with 2 tight ends. They would split, Shannon Sharp out wide. They put him on the ends. They bring him in, and even in the run game, you really couldn't dictate, which direction they were going to go. So it was really a highly effective package. And he even went on to say that they ran that package like 55 to 60% of the time. So a lot of 12 personnel. That said, let's talk about these Cowboys. Straight no chaser. Check this out. Show you how dominant this team has been out of that package. In 12 personnel, the league average for other teams, the rest of the league, out of that package, are averaging 81 yards in the passing game out of 12 personnel. Again, one running back, 2 tight ends. The Cowboys are averaging 165 a game out of that package. Okay, through week 6. In the run game, other teams around the league average out of 12 personnel is 37 yards in the run game. The Cowboys are averaging 91. out of 12 personnel. So when you've heard us come on here and we've just remarked and been in awe of how effective this offense has been, this is not from a fan perspective. The numbers are there. And I was thinking about it after I heard that. I was shaking my head, man. They are dominating like I've not seen a Cowboys offense dominate. I don't know, even in the 90 days, because sometimes you throw the word unstoppable out there and it's a little hype, it's a little sensationalized. Man, this offense through 6 weeks has been unstoppable because they are blowing the league. They are blowing the league averages away out of that package. And that's a credit to obviously the guys out there getting it done, starting with QB4, and everybody else is out there. But it's also a credit to the designs of the beef. I'll let y'all run with that.
Yeah, this is the most diversity I've seen in their offense in regards to play calling, because the good old 90s teams, we were a smash mouth run the ball team first. Yes, you had the playmaker out there doing his thing, but that was all play action. The Cowboys offense was centered around the ability to get teams to bite on play action because you had Moose back there blocking, opening holes. He was like an extra lineman for Emmett. You had tight ends like Novacek, who can block, who can catch in small space, and basically be an extension of the run game in short yardage situations. So, and of course, the wall itself. I mean, that whole unit was just unbelievable. But you now have a guy who can get the ball downfield, who can throw intermediate pass. He can make all the throws, which all the scouts were wrong about him. Remember his scouting report? Oh, he can't make the throw. That can't make the throw. So that's been proven wrong. And you still got Elliott and Pollard. You got 8-9 guys in the box. They're still moving the chains. So this offense, to your point, is when they execute, they're unstoppable. That's just what it boils down to. And they haven't even had all the pieces yet. That's the scary part. Michael Gallup's still not there.
Lyle Collins.
Lyle Collins. I call Lyle his lion ass. Lyle Collins coming back this week, from all his foolishness. So you're going to have him back at right tackle. Then you're going to have a fresh Terrence Steele coming off the bench working as your swing guard tackle. So you're going to keep those guys rotating. When you keep an offensive line fresh and rotating, I'm telling you, man, ain't nothing like giving the big boys a break. So Connor McGovern's coming back. So they're gonna have that healthy 7 or 8 man rotation on the offensive line. Keep the ball moving. We're gonna be running over folks, for the rest of the year. So health is the number one thing for this, as far as I'm concerned.
Man, and what else has been cool is that they've not even statistically, just in watching the game.
Right.
What's been fun about to watch the team offensively is that, for years, in very recent years, man, if the Cowboys got behind the chains on penalties, that drive was done. It was over with. Man, this team does not give a damn if it's first.
They converted a 3rd and 24, I think it was last week.
It's
like it was done. Like, oh, okay, there you
go.
No problem.
Don't give a damn. They are attacking the deal, and it's like if they walk out there, it's got to be kind of an extenuating circumstance for this team not to score in any situation, and they can do it methodically. They got quick strike. We've seen years where
however you want it, we get you.
They would be a big play offense, they really couldn't sustain drives, or vice versa. They could be methodical and not get the chunk plays out there, and they can do it all. And they can do it all at will. Man, this is crazy. Man. The first 6 weeks of the season
is, as crazy as this sounds, we're talking about the most dynamic offense in the NFL.
Yes.
They've been doing it and playing sloppy football.
Right.
We left 14 points or more on the table the past 3 weeks.
Let's keep it above.
You clean that up. You just think about if they were able to cash in the goal line fumble with that. The one that I think we just got screwed against Carolina. I think that was a touchdown. Just example. Those examples. If you clean up those little things also.
Right.
Man.
That's the thing. The penalty, they had to do 12 in this last game.
Right.
That can't happen, man. Going down the stretch,
right.
They've got to clean that up.
So I hope that they're enjoying their vacation, but I also hope that there's some work in regards to cleaning that up, protect the football, and avoid the penalties. But you do to take care of that, they're gonna be even more dynamic.
Like we do that, and we still averaging 35 a game. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
No, it's damn impressive. It's damn impressive because it's like we've turned into like we are imposing our will on games. But the past 3 years in particular, man, we were at the mercy of everything going right, and you knew the inevitable offsides was going to happen, and it just kills drives. The inevitable hitting somebody outside of the unnecessary roughness. Those things were stymieing us from beating teams we were supposed to beat. Most notably, I remember the Minnesota game. And the New Orleans game was another one, or just untimely fumbles or stuff like that. Like when Dak went up the seam and he had this big gain of yards and he fumbled the ball, the game was over. The game was over. We weren't gonna get back in the end zone. That was the drive to change the game. Now we have the audacity to still be knocking at people's doorstep the entire game, and that's what's different from where we've been. It's like, man, we got to take advantage of those good drives we had. Now, a good drive is whenever we decide what a good drive is, and we gonna take it. And I thought that was a great point you brought up. That on this team don't give a shit. On first and 22,
awesome. Okay. But look, let's throw a 25-yard round on first down, and he's wide open. Let's get it. I was like, man, this team is fun as shit.
3rd-18, nothing. 3rd-18,
bar any situation. Bar any situation. That 3rd and 25 you mentioned. Everything that you just talked about, Cliff, about how in recent years past, you give unsportsmanlike. Well, look at the thing on Connor Smith? Connor Williams, excuse me. Look, he got fined for that, and I still haven't seen what he did. Has anybody? Have either one of y'all seen? He got fined like damn near $20,000 for that play. But that was the play that put them in 3rd and 25 in this last game. And what did Dak do? Because the next play sticks his foot in the ground and rips one third on 24 yards to put him in position for the game time.
That has not always been our thing.
It has not been. As a matter of fact, in years past, that would have been a handoff to Zeke. It would have been a punt and ball game. That's exactly what that would have been, man. So that's just subjective.
And, like I said, we're doing all of the above without all the pieces. Because Michael Gallup doesn't get credit for what he brings to their offense, man.
Right.
That dude is, he's a gamer. He's a gamer. He knows to stretch the field. He's a good possession guy. Also, jumping to the slot. Like, it's so much that they can do. Like, they can add several more pages to the playbook just by having him out there. You're gonna have to send somebody to cover him too.
Man, CD gonna eat when he come back. CD
gonna eat when he come back.
Plays.
Right.
Think about what you
because when they go with trips and they go with the three, that big three at receiver, somebody's gonna have a mismatch. Somebody.
And the great thing about
you leave Coop open, he gonna eat you alive too. So what you gonna do?
Well, the thing
you can't do bracket coverage because you need both of your safeties to help with them cats.
Yeah, everybody can win.
That takes away. That makes the defense coordinator pull his hair out. What I'm gonna do with all these guys? And then you got Schultz eating at tight end. Nah, man. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Blake Jarwin can get downfield.
Yeah, Blake Jarwin.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. It's like
and then when they go and put Pollard in the backfield, he's a receiving threat for the backfield.
Yeah.
So
send him in motion.
Put a linebacker on him if you want to and watch him get
Go ahead.
Right. Hey, real quick question from Between Game Sports. Shout out to my boy Will. When does Collins come back?
Collins is actually going back to practice tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to practice tomorrow. He's off for suspension.
Yep. He's been man.
Oh, yo, and one more, Darren. Hold on before you go. I like to try to keep the people engaged. He says number one. What's his name? You talking about Cedric Wilson? Cedric Wilson. Stepping the hell up. I gotta give him respect because I did not think he was that good.
Filled in remarkably. How about the depth that Dallas?
Right, every receiver. Right,
effective depth. I mean, because and the continuity because Cedric Wilson's been here a while. So
the continuity.
Yeah,
I love that
because these guys and this contributes big time, as you guys well know, to why this offense works the way it does because guys have grown up in this system. This is year 3 of this offense. And everybody that's out there, including the linemen, have all been in this offense. It obviously starts with
you know what they starting to look like, bro? They starting to look like this team right here.
Guys,
in
gotta
one
get a
system.
plug.
I gotta send a shout out to the Astros fans, man. I'm a Cardinals fan, but I got mad respect for y'all, and I got mad respect for the Astros organization because I remember y'all were bad. This man right here, to my left clip, got harassed by Astros stadium security because he was booing too loud at the opposing team.
At the
Really?
That to me, that's one of the greatest moments in sports fan history. You so loud in an empty stadium, and security come on and give you a hard time. Say, man, you too loud. You dummy. He's supposed to be loud. He's supposed to heckle the opposing team. You're not used to that because it ain't but 16 people in the stadium right now. But man, for y'all to go from there to where, the biggest story about the Astros I remember was the stadium concession worker taking the snow cones into the toilet.
Oh man,
you go from that to him being multi-time. Was it 5 AL championship, American League championship, and now you're in your third World Series in 5 years.
Yeah,
kudos to y'all, man. I'm pulling for Dusty Baker. He's a classic coach. He's a classy guy. One of the great legends of the game. I know he's getting up there in years. He should have won that one with Barry Bonds and that team, but I got confidence and I'm pulling for him. So they're gonna win it this year. Win it for Dusty, man, because he deserves to retire and go into Cooperstown with that ring. So,
great capstone on a great career.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
And remember, he was left for dead too as a coach, as a manager, because nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
He was playing B when y'all got rid of what's his name, the coach Ludhow or whatever. Yeah, so everybody pretty much forgot about Dusty Baker too. So you're gonna put some respect on his name after this week.
There you go.
Yeah, and put him up there with all the other legendary great coaches where he belongs. Put some respect on that man. So shout out to Dusty. Shout out to the Astros organization, man. Y'all go ahead and bring it home.
And there you go.
But next year we have to wait till my Cardinals coming back.
Okay. Well, but I mean, and I like the comparison, but again, because we have a farm system that we got guys who buy into the system. Remember last year, getting rid of Gerald McCoy, getting rid of what's the other dude we got rid of on our D line?
Don Terry.
Don Terry. Yeah, that was a bad free agent signing. That whole free agent class was bad.
It was a holding class. They got rid of him.
They got rid of the.
Glad they did.
Was it Worley? What was the DB from the Ravens that they got in free agent? Who, man, he couldn't cover. No, he could cover me, man. I mean, he was
our DBs right now compared to where we were just last year. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the problem, well, not the problem. The thing that you notice again is culture change. It's like I'm here for the right reason. I'm buying into what Dan Quinn's selling, and there's nothing else. And you see that once you got that type of cohesion, you can just you can out organize people to wins. And what I mean by that is you're so disciplined, you bought in. And I had a conversation with my cousin with this. You can beat talent with work. That's just we've seen it all over the spectrum of sports. You can beat talent with work. And our team has the talent, a little bit spotty in the secondary, but they got the work, man. Like everybody's bought into who we're doing now. Tavon Diggs back there, understand he's the new
the country
guy.
Club has been shut down. There's no more the diva type stuff.
Blue collar, man.
Right. It's blue collar. Grab your lunch buckets and go to work. Do your job.
Everybody rowing in the same direction for sure.
Give me 8 hours.
Yeah. So that's one thing I noticed about this team that I love that's not always been us. That's not always been IMO.
Right.
How about the accountability? I want to bring this up too, guys. How about the accountability of a guy like Will McClay, who publicly noticed that he had an off year for him? Will McClay has gotten a lot of kudos around the league. He was a hidden gem for a few years, and then his shine got brighter and brighter. Getting offered 2 GM jobs that he thankfully turned down. But the last year, he was actually quoted as saying, that he took it personally because, like, to Cliff's point, the Don Terry Post signing, the Gerald McCoy signing, the Worley signing, that they were all the moves they made in off season were just flat out missing, right?
Right.
It sucked. And he stood up to accountability for that. and then to come back with an off season where you in the same draft, you got Trayvon Diggs and
we got Micah Parsons in the first round, man.
CeeDee Lamb.
That was a
like even last year. I mean, like the guys that you
last year, yeah.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, you got Diggs and Pollard.
Right.
In the same draft.
Yeah.
You know, and then you come in this year with Parsons, and then like some of the off-season moves that you made, you know, the Keanu Neals, the Curses, you know,
you hear me? You got you forgot CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
you say CeeDee Lamb and
Diggs. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Diggs Lamb. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. I was like, there's like two studs in the same draft, you know, that fell to you, and you had, you know, the wherewithal to take them. And look at that for your culture going forward. And you got CeeDee Lamb on the offensive side, and you got Trayvon Diggs in the same draft. So, man, shout out to Will McClay, and I guess, you know, Stephen too, because he's the director of player personnel, and you know him and Will are pretty much running that room. So that they've done a bang up job, and even to the point of hiring the coordinators. I mean, again, you missed. We've known, following the Cowboys like we do, that in the old days when Jerry was really running the room, he would have probably stuck with Mike Nolan. You know, he probably would have stuck. You know,
he would have found a way to bring Jason Garrett's ass back.
That's true.
I still believe there was someone somewhere within.
Rich,
I don't know. Someone.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I believe somewhere in that organization, somebody, I don't know if they got Jerry drunk and talked to him so they can talk sense to him, but like, hey man, listen, I know Jason Garrett is your son. I know you love him. But this is not the right fit. Like he was like in a bad situation, and he just couldn't find his way to. He couldn't find the strength to let him go. So he even had a guy who any other team would have fired him the last day of the season. He lets the guy go around and do exit interviews with all the players. Like you're not even on the contract.
Right.
The exit interview needs to be with you. You need to be on the way out the door first. Oh, what you talking to all my personnel for? Like you playing next season for? You're not gonna be around here. Yeah,
right. That's funny as hell. And I would say this too. I gotta give them kudos because they didn't sign no sexy picks. All of them were head scratchers.
Nope.
Bringing in
no resume guys.
Yeah.
Well, he was a Pro Bowler. Well, he was a Pro Bowler. Yeah.
I give a lot of respect, man, to our front office, man, because again, that's something we've been deficient at. Because we going after names, we going after the sexy signings. When we just ain't putting in the personnel together just that fits, that we're going to have a good-ass football team. And kudos to that, man. Bringing Mike McCarthy out of the depths of hell, which I still got my issues with Mike McCarthy.
I'm still, you know, I mean.
At the end of the day, it works right now.
Right. I love, you know, and changing and addressing the Mike Nolan disaster, and you go get Dan Quinn. That's obviously working, and we've touched on it a couple of weeks. Keeping the beef here, you know, when he was offered the job at Boise State has been everything. That's a shout out to them. The Mike McCarthy thing, you know, you can't go 100%. And I mean,
at least you're not getting away.
Nothing's perfect in life. Right. But I mean, it is on his watch. But I still have my huge reservations. Just keeping it a band. I have my huge reservations with this cat. He still scares the living hell out of me going into these last 11 games. Where somewhere in this deal, he's going to pull a Mike McCarthy, and he may end up costing that team a game because of his horrific game management skills.
I will say this: that I'm glad people on his ass. So at least he's very cognizant of what's going on. I gotta say that.
Well, gonna get
on his ass about his block management. He hear that. Trust me, them people listen to that shit. So I'm glad at least it's accentuated. But the reason why I'm giving kudos for it, because this in 5 weeks can turn into like it was a great hire. You know, if everything still goes the way it's supposed to go. So I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve, being optimistic a little bit. I understand your point.
Okay. All right. But, you know, matter of fact, I'll take an extra shot when you mentioned Mike McCarthy's name.
I'm with you, though.
He works that nerve, bro.
The only thing I'll say is, so far, he's been smart enough to stay out of his coordinator's way.
There you go.
Great point.
When they make a call and they make a decision, he grabs his Whataburger menu and orders him. That's the best way to be, man. Like, you're not sure, Mike, you know what I'm saying? My dude, you had Brett Favre as your quarterback for how many years? And you got one ring? legendary, all-time great. You got one ring, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And really good personnel around it. Let's keep that a band too. I mean, it's a really good squad.
So outstanding personnel.
Yes, on both sides of the
Packers were loaded for years, man.
Yes, yes, sir.
And you got one ring. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Yeah. So that's a great point about staying out of the way, man. And being smart enough to this point, just to not get in the way of what his coordinators are doing. That's a terrific point.
You got to get out the way. Sometimes the boss don't have the answer. It's like just any work environment. We've all been in work environments where, you got one person on the team who knows everything about the business. They know, how the cash register works. They know, what's on the menu. They know every ingredient in the taco. The manager may not know that. Manager know how to open and close the stove. But that dude on the grill, everybody come because they like the way he make tacos. Don't go back there messing with that dude on the grill.
No,
we couldn't eat them damn tacos that he made. So he put the salsa a certain way. He put the cheese a certain way. Let him do his thing. Get out the way. He's smart enough to do that. Yeah. We got a good man on the grill right now. We need to leave him alone. If you need something, get it. Shut up and get it for him.
That man can't lock the door. He can't open the door. That man don't know nothing about doing selling your books. He go back there and make the tacos. As far as perception is, they there for them tacos. They're not there for the business aspect. Let him do his thing. Get the hell out of his way.
Exactly. Absolutely. Gotta be smart enough to let the magic happen, though.
Let the magic happen, dog.
Yeah.
But because we know overzealous head coaches who think that
they need to micromanage everything. They need to do everything. All decisions run through me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That ain't a leader. That's a manager. You in the way.
Yeah. Right. So I think there is something to be said about that, man. Shout out to Simon, man, Hoop Jargon member on Facebook, tuning in, says trust the process of coordinators. That's why you hired them. Let them do their goddamn job.
Right. If you think back, and you go back to a tie into the old days, that was really what made a good part of what made Jimmy Johnson great.
Right.
He and the coordinator.
Dave Wanstead.
Wanstead.
Man, Dave Wanstead. When I saw him, I saw Dave and Canyon. I had to give that man a hug, man. Thank you for the 90s, Dave. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
He don't get his flowers, man. I gave him a hug, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Norm Turner. I saw Norm down there. Man, he let them do their job. Norm Turner, outstanding coach. Yeah, absolutely. Let them do his job.
Let them get out. Let them do their thing and let the train roll.
Let the goddamn train roll.
I wanted to flip, man, and I wanted to highlight a guy. I want to get y'all's input on who I think has been one of the more remarkable stories this season in his play.
Hold that thought, Darren. Hold that thought. Let's answer this question first, because I think it's a pretty good one, and then I got you there. So basically, for fourth of a season, what's the Cowboys' biggest weakness that you see? We'll go brief, and then Darren, I want you to go into your point.
Oh, sure. To answer that question, for me,
run defense.
It's run defense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll say this again because we keep it a buck on this show. They will not win anything defending the run the way they are now. As great as this season has started, we all we just got through all glossy-eyed about this offense, and rightfully so, but they will not win anything defending the run the way they are now, period.
Absolutely.
In the report. Not going to happen. They got to show up run defense. Biggest weakness by far.
Yeah, I think in addition to that, it's the focus, it's the mental things, it's the penalties, it's the turnovers, it's, every now and then we have some boneheaded moments where we kill drives or on defense, we extend drives for the offense just because of dumb, simple stuff. So the teams that really go far are the teams that are like really, really disciplined. They don't make those type of errors.
Absolutely.
Don't turn the ball over, even if they got a high octane offense. Because as I mentioned before, when the weather gets cooler and you start playing these outdoor games and the wind's blowing and it's snowing or it's 40 degrees outside and your bones are hurting, it's harder to put up 35, 40 points a game.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to win some of those 17, 14 games.
Yep.
Greg Zuerlein, you're going to have to make some of them damn kicks that they pay you to make. So
We've been hiding that motherfucker.
We've been that's what we've been covering up for. Because I posted when we were in the chat room talking about the game. Like they put him in. I'm nervous as hell every time he goes there. if it's critical, like if it's a close game, then they send Zerline out. I'm nervous as hell. I have no comfort. It ain't like when Dan Bailey was out there. We like, oh Bailey, we good.
Automatic.
We got
find another Dan Bailey for a 7-year run like he had, bro. Can we find one of them? Can we go to some bar and find Dan Bailey? Man, Greg Zerline, like Mike McCarthy, making me nervous. And
still to get it in, man. You kick it 5 if you want to.
But he has some type of spinal or back issue, so like for a kicker, you'll never overcome that. That's alignment, body core, all that.
Cliff is not hearing that shit.
Play till you die.
Morton Anderson almost did.
Yeah, he did. Morton Anderson legit had an AARP.
He even cracked the door. I remember when I was he did his Hall of Fame speech, and he was like, if anybody need a kicker, though. I'm like, boy, you damn near 60, man. Come on.
Right.
This grammatical, man.
I think he was serious, too.
Yeah. The dude's old as hell, man.
Old as hell.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right, so let's segue, Darren, to your point you was about to make, bro. Go ahead. You got it.
Sure, man. So a guy that I wanted to highlight. And
y'all hit that like button as we go.
And not only for what he's contributed, but just his story and just like you've seen his complete maturation, if you will, is Randy Gregory, man.
Yes. Yes.
Man, I mean, the Randy Gregory story to me is amazing. For those that don't quite follow it like we do, man, Randy Gregory, and look, and I will own this. I'm on record in Hoop Jargon and on other mediums having blasted this dude for his irresponsibility and all of that.
Who didn't?
But at the time, the criticism was appropriate because he got chance after chance after chance after chance.
I'm
done with this guy.
Right. I was completely.
But he found whatever it is within him to get his life together off the field first. He got all of that cleaned up first, and then he got in there. He focused on football. And man, this dude, like he's playing a Pro Bowl level this year, no question.
Yep,
man. And for him, when the other guy, that's the $20 million guy that hasn't played much at all this year, with that expectation for him to be the playmaking stud at defensive end, and for years, even in the draft, when he slid to the second round, the word potential and promise, the words potential and promise were attached to Randy Gregory, right? And it's like, man, if this dude could get his act together, if this guy could do this, he could be, and it was, that's all you had was unfulfilled potential, unfulfilled promise. And now this guy
is fulfilled.
And I mean, man, he is a difference maker. That sack, that when he forced that fumble off that sack, that changed the momentum of that game.
Right.
He is the playmaking guy, but he's been that all year. He's leading the team in sacks, and he's making play after play. He's being disruptive and shit. I mean, all the things, all the ifs and the potential and the promise. Now we're seeing that. And for what this dude has put himself through, and what the Cowboys has been through with him, his story is one up until the time here at the break. Has been probably one of the most remarkable. I know Dak gets a lot of his deal from comeback from injury and all that, man. But the Randy Gregory story and contribution has been unbelievable. Right. Unbelievable.
He's got a testimony, man. He's got a testimony. So
he really does, man.
I don't know if he's giving his life to the man upstairs, but if he hasn't, he sure is conducting himself the way like he did, man.
Right.
He's
phenomenal,
truly phenomenal. I'm so proud of him. And I ain't gonna lie, I wrote him off. Like I said, we've seen him and especially with the Cowboys, we've had so many guys that we try to bring back from substance abuse problems or domestic.
That's what we do.
We were like the
Cowboys
rehab center, and like it never worked out. So
that's right.
It's working right now. So kudos to him. Like great.
So do you think we resign him? We think we resigning him?
I should.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Matter of fact, I think he would have to be priority. Given the real investment that this organization has had in him, it would be pure idiocy not to make him a part of. Given with what he brings on the field, where he's matured, and why would you go through that to this point and let him walk? And I want to smell the segue from that to one of the biggest disappointments.
Right.
On the same side of the ball. I'm kidding. This is straight no chaser, baby. This is what we do. Leighton Vander Esch can get the hell on. Leighton Vander Esch. Completely regressed.
We need to check the injury report. Bro. We think you just injured him by mentioning his name. So you might call him Vander out.
What the hell is 2018, man? What's happening? I went back and watched the tape of this last game. Man, he is running around blocks. I mean, like to get to the ball. I mean, he's dogpiling on guys 8 yards down the field, a la Jalen Smith. I mean, dude, what the hell is happening? And here's my theory. And I want to hear y'all's. Man, I truly think because of the injury, because he showed so much promise his rookie season in 2018. I'm like, man, they got him on. And
he's still the same guy taking wrong angles.
Wrong angle. I think he's gun shy. I think with his injury situation, Richard, I think he's gun shy now. And because the Cowboys didn't re-up him, I think he's in that dangerous place where he can't afford to get hurt because he's completely off the radar, even for other teams. The Cowboys have already pretty much shown, they've
already pretty much let him know this is
the they did pick up his option year. So the Cowboys have told him and us what they think about him. Right.
Get yourself some film so you get you another job next year. Which he's not even doing that.
He can't afford to get hurt. Right. But he's playing careful, which you cannot do.
Vander Esch reminds me of this one time in practice, and shout out to RIP my coach Tom McCarthy, one of my former coaches. He like, man, are you playing to the sight or the sound of the football? Like, are you actually looking to see where he's running, or do you hear and then you running toward the sound?
Right.
Because I don't understand. You guys the one that saying when you see that you see the gap where they're coming at. Why don't you run towards the gap? You're running at sideways angles. You're a linebacker. You're a linebacker, and you're not one of these sideline to sideline guys. You're not Julius Hayhouse.
You're not a burner.
You're not a burner. You're not gonna catch these guys running at that angle. You gotta run and contain them.
Right.
And he gets beat every
on the blocker, shed the block, fill the gap, meet the guy in the hole. He's doing none of that. And he's a big contributor as to why this run defense looks like it does. Because he's
no instinct, man.
Out of position.
No instinct.
But I think he's just lost his nerve, man. Because this is
if they don't run straight ahead and they're not running straight at him, he probably gonna miss the tackle or blow the. If he does make the tackle, it'll be several yards down the field and make the tackle from behind after somebody else slow him up. But he's always out of position. Like his film is,
and it shows. It shows in their lack of production. That's why they're getting gashed for runs up the middle. I mean, where you are supposed to be meeting the guy in the hole, taking on blockers, shedding the blockers, and he's running around blockers. If you think I'm lying, the tape shows
the tape don't lie.
Tape don't lie. Leighton Vander Esch and see him running around guys, not taking on blocks, and you see the running back just go right to where he left, and he's 8, 10, 12, 15 yards downfield. That's got to stop. And my question to y'all is, where's the fix?
At this point, I don't know. I mean, he's like what, year 7 in the league?
Nah,
Year 5.
About 5.
This is option year.
Yeah,
that's
right. You're right. Year 5. Yeah, he's supposed to be at his best right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Year 1 and 2 are learning years. After that, if you don't learn how to fix the flaws that you had in college, pursuing the wrong angles, knowing how to shed blocks, knowing how to read, learning how to respond to RPO, if you ever learn that by your second year in the league, you ain't gonna learn it.
Yeah. Where's the fix in terms of who's on this roster now to reduce his snaps? I mean, they need a body. I mean,
I think once we get D-Law back, first of all, when we get D-Law back, put him back on the line, we can take Micah out of the D-line rotation, put him back in the middle. Yeah, and then you have Jabril Cox I love me some, man. I love me some Jabril Cox, man. He remind me of old school Ken Norton. I love some Jabril Cox, man. That kid, special. I love that kid, man. I want him to get more playing time. I hope the coach is looking at his field, but I sure like what I see. Yeah. I remember we covered him in LSU, and I was like, man, somebody gonna get a steal with this kid right here.
3rd round.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Steal.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
Yes,
he's a dog.
And shout out to Mitty Davis, man. We said we on point this week. Love the show. I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate that love.
You're gonna get that real
friends
over
about
here,
us.
man.
Tell your friends about us. Come like and subscribe. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. That's awesome. But yeah, Richard,
he a dog,
that's
man.
A great point. That's a great point. When D-Lock gets back,
he get in that rotation, man. Right. I'm telling you. Right. Dude, he's a problem maker, man.
Yeah.
Stick him at the wheel and have Michael Parsons back in the middle. Stick him at the wheel, let him fly.
Yep.
There you go.
Bro, the rich don't get richer, dog. And that's the lovely part about what we got going. We about to get richer with Gallup, with Lyle Collins, and then with D-Law. And that's crazy. In years past, if those guys were on the field, we'd be a pathetic football team. We'd be a pathetic football team. And that's what's crazy. That's what reminds me of the Astros. Like when guys are out, they still got guys to plug and play with.
And y'all lost some significant guys with the Astros. I know George Springer and
Verlander ain't played the whole
year. Verlander's out. He probably done. Period.
Yeah.
And they still went to the World Series. Your ace. Like just think that if Dak Prescott went down and you still go to a Super Bowl, that's pretty much what happened to the Astros.
We ain't got Keuchel no more. We ain't got Cole. Like all our name. We ain't got them dudes no more, man. And that is a functional franchise. And that's what we got right here. And that's what I love about what we're doing, man.
Great point.
And then
great point.
I don't take anybody lightly because I believe in the 53 on 53 creed. You have to show up and work, and you have to beat every team on your schedule. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking forward to this schedule the next 5 weeks, and I'm salivating in terms of what this offense can do. Check out these teams. Check out these teams.
We got to promote while we're talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
The Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, Chiefs, Raiders all got one thing in common. Them boys can't defend. They can't.
I'll take it.
They got problems. They all got problems putting pressure on the quarterback, and they all got problems with their coverage. All 5 of those teams. So I'm not a fantasy football guy. I think fantasy football sucks, but I know that people love it. So you're a fantasy. You better get you one of them Cowboys receivers and put them on and start the next 5 weeks because the boys are gonna eat.
This about to be nuts, man. I'm excited.
All of those teams got secondary problems. They all got coverage issues. They're all, without even looking, if you run the stats, I know that all 5 of them are at or near the bottom. There we go. And then the Vikings can't stop the run either. There you go. So, then you
23rd, Brent. Shout out to Brent, man. Brent is staying.
Brent
points, bro.
Brent. Shout out
to
because the Vikings, I know, for example, they lost Patrick Peterson. So much for that, Yeah, Peterson done. The Honey Badgers, I don't think he's even back, or if he is, he's not 100%. So, matter of fact, they play. Who did the Chiefs play today? They got a tough game today.
They got a tough game every week. Shit.
Yeah,
who they play?
And they had a tough spot because of the slow start that they've had.
Yeah, man.
Right. They play the Titans today.
Oh yeah,
I got a lot of camp for that one. That's
yeah.
They got to deal with that boy. No, they got to
deal with they're a wounded animal right now.
They got to deal with that grown ass man.
Freight train coming.
Cheat code.
Lord have mercy.
I like what Dez tweeted. Dez said that Derrick Henry is the guy we used to all create on Madden and just make everything 99. Yeah. That's Derrick Henry.
That's facts, though.
Yeah, that's facts, man.
Richard, did you see my post about Derrick Henry last week when I said Derrick Henry reminds me of the uncouth version of Eric Dickerson?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just a brute. Eric Dickerson was a big bag, but Eric Dickerson was pretty. Smooth running football. Derrick Henry, is a big He's big as hell. He's fast as hell.
Right.
And he is straight disrespectful.
He's Eric Dickerson's speed with Jadeveon Clowney's body and Earl Campbell's toughness.
That makes no sense.
Come on, man. Like,
that's it right there, bro. That's it.
Yeah, you throw all that in the pot, and you got Derrick Henry. I still don't know how he fell to the second round. I'm just like, I'm at draft night shaking my head like, this dude should have went in the top 10 for sure.
Y'all remember that picture of him?
You
remember that picture of him in Bama with how he was yoked up and just like, that's a running back?
I cover his Heisman, man. I cover his Heisman. And like, I'm on the elevator. I didn't know I was the guy I was talking to was actually his father. So I'm on the elevator talking to his father. And Jared walked in and I'm like, whoa. This dude was in a suit and like the sleeves on the suit were like bulging, like you could see the stitches almost about to pop right. That boy's big. This is college Derrick Henry. This is 20, 21-year-old. This ain't grown man Derrick Henry. So it's amazing how he looks now. That dude, he's insane. I was used to seeing D lineman his size.
Yeah. Cliff, you remember, and this is the Cowboys time. Cliff, you remember draft day, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I was in hoop jogging on record because I could see the way like, man, he's falling, and I was on record, and y'all know I love Ezekiel Elliott, but on draft day 2016, it was I who was like the Cowboys to take Jalen Ramsey with that 4th pick.
Yeah, we all said that. We all said that.
Derrick Henry,
right?
Because we was with that line, take Derrick Henry. Jalen Ramsey with the 4th pick, and Derrick Henry went 30, like high in the second round.
High second round,
right? High second round. I said take, and mind you, he was there to be.
I wanted to move up to the end of the first and get him. I wanted Ramsey, and I want us to move back into the end of the first round. I'm like, they got to pick 30, 29, 30. I'm like, he's still there. Let's go. Let's get him.
That was consensus. Everybody wanted Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey and Derrick Henry.
Yep.
I like what we got, but damn.
But man, I ain't gonna lie, But I'm just saying, that would have been an insane draft, man.
You know what? Yes. I cannot critique that draft because that set our foundation. We getting Dak, getting Zeke. Jalen at the time was looking like he's gonna be a staple. I give him credit for what they did that draft. 2016 was a good draft, bro. 2016 was a damn good draft.
Excellent draft.
Yeah.
That's who we are right now because of that draft. So I'm with you though. I'm not saying you're wrong. You can't be a beggar, can't be choosing.
Oh no.
But to me, the greatest moment in draft history that I ever experienced was the night that we did not pick Johnny Manziel.
Oh my God! Thank you.
That's when you knew, Richard, that Jerry was no longer running the room. That's when you knew that he's no longer running the room because
he stinks. He stinks.
We did like a live pregame show and like it was filled full of Manziel fans. And I told everybody, I said, we're not drafting him tonight, and it's gonna be the best thing. They went nuts. You crazy?
You can't tell them.
Oh man, when they announced Travis, I was so happy with Travis Frederick. Man, I was like, man, thank you.
And everybody booed the pick. Everybody
sure did.
Wait, was that the Travis Frederick draft?
That was Travis Frederick. Yep.
He's a third round.
Travis Frederick.
Who got drafted in the first round. I was like,
yep. Thank you.
Competence.
I was thinking that was post Dak.
No,
that
was before Dak.
Dak. Yeah.
Because remember they were trying to. This is the one time the Romo fans were trying to run Romo out. They wanted Romo gone from Manziel.
That's correct.
Remember that?
Manziel. That's correct. Yeah. That's correct.
Manziel was supposed to be the savior of our franchise.
Right.
Travis Frederick draft.
Right. They had a website that they built talking about Cowboys. Like Manziel Cowboys. It was viral. It was on the news and everything.
Yeah, Rich. So Brent,
Yoda draft too.
Yoda doing his thing. Zach Martin. Okay.
Oh, it was Zach Martin. Okay. Yeah, so it was Zach Martin. Okay.
Because they had taken Travis Frederick, which
you're right.
They got notified for, and then they took another lineman in the next year, and I was like, okay, now you really know Jerry Jones is no longer running the draft room. Because there's no way in hell.
Right.
If business is
and that was a Will McClay. That was Will McClay digging his heels in the. Hey, I know you my boss, but let me tell you, I'm holding my ground on this one. We gotta get this guy. And had it not been for his condition, that guy was a Hall of Famer, man. Travis Frederick is a Hall of Famer. Zach Martin will be a Hall of Famer.
He was a Pro Bowler.
And Tyron Smith is going also. So you got 3 offensive linemen that you drafted that they going to Canton.
Yep. 2011, 2013, 2014.
Yep.
What up, Logan? So I want to ask this question. I thought it's a good one. What teams scare y'all? It's always a team that most teams don't want to see back in the playoffs. And I think Brent nailed it. It's Arizona. I just think they got a lot of goddamn weapons, man, and that's going to be a hard team to deal with. I'm not scared of them per se, but if a team that I'm just looking at, like, all right, we know we gotta play this dragon. That's one.
What's the matchup problem?
Huh?
I wouldn't necessarily say Arizona. I would say, so first of all, you have to have respect for the GOAT. I mean, so they can deal with a lot of injuries right now, but don't ever sleep on Tom Brady. And I've seen this guy do it too many times over and over again. So
that's fair.
We're probably gonna run to them at some point in the playoffs. Can we keep it a buck with Aaron Rodgers too? Everybody's sleeping on the Rams.
Rams got a good team.
Rams are
Stafford back there though.
They got 99 causing pure hell on that D line.
Again.
And then switching out Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford was brilliant. I ain't gonna lie. I was scratching my head at the time. I was like, pretty much the same guy, but no, he's clearly a better fit. Matthew Stafford he's balling out there and like everything's clicking on their offense. So, if they could get a little bit more out their running game, I think they but they're 5-1 also. I mean, they beat some really good teams. So
they're quiet 5-1. I give you that.
They're quiet 5-1, but they're good. They're damn good team.
Right.
So, right. So those are two that I got my eyes on.
Yeah, I like the teams y'all named. The team Tampa scares me. Obviously, you got to go. I mean, there's that. But Tampa scares me because they can run the football.
Right.
I mean, teams
they got two backs.
Run game. The teams that can run the ball. And then through this version of what Dallas is, would problematic for man. That would scare me too. And of course, you got Kyler playing Chico's ball, doing his thing. So he too, and the Cardinals would be a problem. And the Cardinals can defend too. But I like Dallas's offense against any defense that runs out there. Dallas is a matchup nightmare offensively. The problem is that you face a team that can keep Dallas's offense off the field by running.
That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. There's the problem. So it's the playoff teams now that are showing that they can have a sustainable run game against what Dallas, really doesn't do well right now in defending the run. Those are teams right now that scare me. But because if Dallas offense sees the field, I love Dallas's chances of winning a football game because they are a matchup nightmare for anybody.
Absolutely.
Great question.
Right. Great question. As we get to that 1 hour mark, we're gonna land the plane a little bit. The ever famous Lucky Whitehead Award.
Lucky.
Lucky Whitehead Award.
Yeah.
6.
I love it.
Who you got? Talk to the people. Everybody do it once.
I gotta give mine to Trayvon Diggs, man. Like that pick. And yes, he came back, as I mentioned before. I'm okay with you getting beat when you're trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
So, yes, he bit on the double move. He thought he saw something, and he thought his safety had his back. So, like, hey, I'm going to go to get number 2. I said it when he got number 1. I said he going to come right back and try to get number 2 behind that. Mm-hmm. So, for him to have that level of aggression and that critical pick 6, man.
Almighty. Huge. I can't believe we got through this whole show.
Defensive player of the year, man.
We didn't mention the GOAT.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with CeeDee Lamb, man.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb was monstrous, bro, and that play to get open and make that catch. And the reason I fortify this point with is that that's the same play that he bobbled that caused the pick in Tampa. That's the same play.
I was just
same
situation,
same route, and he comes right back in that very, very critical moment because that's the play that set up the game time field goal, and then he comes back, get himself open, and score the game winning TD. But he was huge all game, man. Moving the chains, big catch after big catch. Like I said, the big third down play, the game-winning TD play. They got a monster building in the next number 88, man. So I'm gonna have to go with CD for the Lucky Whitehead Award of the week.
Lucky Whitehead Award of the week. You know what? And Rich beat me to the punch, and I'm not gonna change it just because Rich did it. I gotta give the Tavon Diggs, man. That interception changed the trajectory of what we were doing, of being stymied on defense, and he is just so opportunistic, man. That he looks for whatever. Well, he looks for his interception almost like how a receiver looks for their touchdown.
Lucky Whitehead, I love it.
He looks for that moment, and a lot of cornerbacks, they don't have that in their DNA, man. It's disrupt, it's to knock out the way, and they do the little sign of incomplete.
Right,
that dude looking to take one for a tub, and and it's crazy because we ain't seen that in quite some time. You can say some Deion Sanders, Darrell Reeves references. Of dudes who want to be a straight ball hawk, like no, I'm taking this bitch back to the other side of the field.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, the great Rod Woodson. I mean, he did that dog, the absolute playmaking dog,
ball hawk,
man. It's and one got a star on his helmet. It's awesome.
Awesome. Yes, I'm glad he has a star on his helmet.
He got a star on his helmet. We've not had that. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Good
so
stuff.
Lucky Whitehead Award goes to he gets 2 on the panel today. That Trayvon Diggs, man. Again, I'm not going because he's the best cornerback in the NFL nonsense everybody's saying. He still tactically got shit he need to work on. However, his mystique, his ability to make turnovers.
Right.
You got to respect that, man. You got to respect
it. People forget that Deion used to get beat, his first couple of years, he used to get beat quite a bit. But, he could, But he took chances because of his abilities. And so then he earned the reputation that, hey, you don't even throw his way.
Right.
You don't throw his way.
Right.
The non-tackling MF over there, you don't throw his way.
Don't even throw it his way.
All right. So, man, hey, y'all, great show, man. Any predictions for the night, man? No predictions this week?
I guarantee you the Cowboys will not lose this week. Who would have been? Let's go.
Money out.
Cash out right there, scrolling below.
Hey, no DUIs this week. I predict I want no
DUIs, man.
No bribery stories from Lyle Collins. None of that.
No bribery.
None of that.
I got a prediction that number 4 comes out of the tunnel next Sunday. In Minnesota and does the damn thing. That's my prediction. He coming out of the tunnel and he will take the field and get back to doing his thing. That's my
There you
prediction.
go.
Right.
There you go.
Just play Cowboys football, man. We don't have to do nothing special to beat the Vikings. No disrespect to them, but they just don't have enough talent on either side of the football to compete with a Cowboys team that executes. So I'm gonna keep saying it. The word is execution.
Yes,
execution. Get out there and get it done.
Yeah, so in many
just do it.
She alluded to the word of the week. We gotta keep that going, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. She said it like early in the show. Word of the week. All right, everybody, word of the week. My word of the week is
the word of this week is silence. Let's be quiet. Let's have a nice quiet bye week. No drama, no baby mamas popping up, no law enforcement implications, no attacking people in bars, none of this stuff. Just take the week off, enjoy it, have a nice quiet week, look at some film, get healthier, ice yourself down, get ready for the next 10 games.
My word is heal.
Okay.
Everybody get right. Heal. You take care of these legs, these strains, these aches and pains. Like Rich just said, get your body right, man. Everybody just get healed and get ready for this marathon, for this push, man, because it's there to be had. So heal so you take advantage of what's in front of you.
My word is seeking arrangements. Fellas, don't go out. Get the women to come to you. Chill out. Because it's always chasing tail with all these problems starting. Seeking arrangements. Nice. Have them come to you.
Especially when we start winning. That's where it seems
Yeah, buddy.
The flies tend to attract more when there's fruit around. So.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Seeking arrangements. Y'all go to
Right.
seeking arrangements, and y'all have a light week. You do what you got to do. You stay at the damn house. Stay at the house.
Chilling career, man.
That's my word.
All right, man.
No Halloween scandals or none of that crap.
None of that.
Yeah.
Stay at home.
Stay home. Yep.
So, man, appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Another great show. I hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all hit the like button on the way out. Any parting words y'all got before we peace?
Man, go Cowboy.
Go Cowboys.
Straight no chaser.
Straight no chaser.
There it is, baby.
We need a sponsor, man. If y'all want to sponsor this greatness, man, we ain't going to stop you. Straight no chaser. We out, man. We're going to let Kendrick Perkins take us to glory. Appreciate y'all, fellas. We out.
Shout out to Hoop Sharky, man. I'm going to add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Sharky. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's going to grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
Shout out to Hoop Sharky.
Shout out to Hoop Sharky.